Hello and a very warm welcome to you from Toa Payoh Stadium on a lovely Sunday evening for football in the AIA Singapore Premier League. It's round 18 of the competition and we'll have the home side, Balestier Khalsa, coming up against Tanjong Pagar United shortly. There's plenty to play for in this one, with the result of this match having implications on the race for an AFC Cup spot for next season. We'll have a closer look at that a little later on. I'm Rish Roshan. Right, thanks for joining us on our coverage of the AIA Singapore Premier League. We've had plenty of goals so far from the two matches we had last night, 15 in total across those games, and judging by the recent contest between these two teams, we could very well be in for a few more goals here. Here's a look at the table then, with Tampines Rovers faltering, losing 4 of their last 5 matches in the league. The door to 4th place has been left open for Tanjong Pagar United to try and walk through. The Jaguars are sitting in 5th at the moment coming into this one. 3 points for them here will see them close the gap between themselves and the Stags there and give them a really good opportunity to try and gain a place in the AFC Cup for next season. For Balestier Khalsa, sitting in 7th position, they're level on points with the Young Lions. It's not just about avoiding the wooden spoon, finishing bottom of the league. It's also about trying to get themselves potentially into that AFC Cup spot as well. Has to be said though that it will take a pretty miraculous run of results for them going their way, and for the results for other teams to go for them as well, to claim the place in continental competition for next season. Now, with so much at stake, let's listen into what the respective head coaches had to say, starting with Marko Kraljevic of Balestier, followed by Hasrin Jailani of Tanjong Pagar United.
Coach Marko, you've had 2 weeks to recover after that loss against Albirex. What did you and the team work on during the international break?
Yes, 2 weeks was good for us. We need to improve in our defending, and then really these 2 weeks we focus on defending, and hopefully we can keep clean sheet today.
You do have a good record against Tanjong Pagar, including a 4-0 win in April. Does that give you any extra confidence heading to today's game?
Yes, April was very far. April is very far. We need to focus on today's game. We need to really because it's still 4 games to go and still open race for the finish number 5. And boys looking forward for the game.
As you mentioned, April was a long time ago, and Tanjong Pagar have improved a lot since then. What do you see as their biggest strength?
Biggest strength is improving with buying some strengthening our defense and goalkeeper, and Shakir behind is giving a lot of confidence behind, and then attacking, they start scoring goals, and when team start winning, getting a lot of confidence, and it's very, for every team is important confidence, and this is hopefully we can start build up our confidence for today's game.
All right, thank you. Good luck today.
You're welcome.
Coach, firstly, congratulations on being named Coach of the Month for August. What do you think has been the difference for your team since the restart?
No different at all. We believe in the process. It's cliche, but at the end of the day, I think we believe in the process, what we have been doing for the last 1 year. I think right now we are more comfortable. The players know what we are doing and all. So nothing new, no surprises yet.
Tampines' defeat yesterday means you're still a chance of catching them for that second AFC Cup spot. Yep. Is that something you and the team are targeting?
Like I said, we need to focus on our game rather than looking at it this way that we want to go for the AFC. Definitely we want to, but everything is in our own hands. Yeah, so we just have to focus on that.
Balestier have struggled this season, but they do have a good record against you.
Yep.
What's the key to turning that around today?
We want to beat Balestier definitely, because we have not beaten them for the past 2 years. So they are a good team, very direct, playing long balls and all that. But we need to be prepared. We need to react quick. So at the end of the day, we need to focus on our game as well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Well, actually, the last time Tanjong Pagar United beat Balestier Khalsa, it was on the 22nd of February 2013. A 3-1 win for the Jaguars on that occasion. Otherwise, it's been Balestier Khalsa who've had the upper hand in the recent meetings between these two sides. The Tigers have not lost to their opponents today in the last 8 matches between these two. Balestier have won 6 and drawn 2 of those. This season's was incredibly hot as the players were warming up. Well, here's your Balestier Khalsa starting 11 and 2 changes from their last game, which was that 4-0 defeat to Albirex Niigata. Now, the big news for Balestier coming into this is that Christian Krajcek is out of the squad. He suffered a knee injury, could be out for about 2 weeks perhaps. Need to get a bit of confirmation on that. But he will be a huge miss for them in this game. 6 goals, 6 assists already for Krajcek this season. Someone else is going to have to step up in that squad to contribute from midfield. But those 2 changes that I mentioned, Enza Bruncevic coming back into the side from suspension, and Puvan Raj, number 66, 20-year-old winger, comes into the team to replace Krajcek. The lineup for Tanjong Pagar United, very straightforward, no changes from their last game against Tampines Rovers. And it's a situation where Tanjong Pagar found a formula that absolutely just works for them. There's no need to change it around too much, because they do have an issue with an injury to Delwinder. He's going to be out with that broken toe. But Sharin Sabarin came in to the center of that defense the last time out, and he's kept his place. So no changes from that last game. Ryo Nishiguchi, Shodai Nishikawa and Blake Rashuto continuing their trend of having started every game for Tanjong Pagar United this season. Now Krajcek missing out as well ends his record of being the only Balestier Khalsa player to have played every minute this season. There's Marko Kraljevic, bit of a legend here at the club. Second spell as the head coach, 5 years that he spent in his first spell leading the team. Come back into the club in September of 2019. It's had a decent time of it at the helm of the Tigers. Here's Hasrin Jailani, your SPL manager of the month for August, or head coach of the month, I should say. Kick off here, coming to you live from Toa Payoh Stadium. Just a reminder as well, we've got the Young Lions up against Lion City Sailors. It's available for you as well. That one is a crucial game for the Sailors there, with Albrecht Negata kind of running away with it at the top at the moment. Looking very comfortable. Zuzul flicks it on to Hoshino. First shot of the game there on target from Shuhei Hoshino. Linking up with Sime Zuzul on that occasion. That's what you can expect from Balestier Khalsa. Very direct. Let's go long into the 2 forwards. Hoshino at times will just drop off into these spaces in behind the opposition midfield. Zafan looks to take a kick out quickly. Comes back to Hoshino, into Zuzul. The flag has gone up for offside there. It's a close call. Like he could have been just onside actually, as Hoshino looked to play it in behind. Balestier setting up in their 4-4-2 pretty much, or a 4-4-1-1 with Hoshino just dropping in behind Zuzul. We'll try to make themselves as compact as they possibly can when they don't have possession of the ball, and then look to hit quickly and directly on the break. Nishikawa just trying to link up with Nishiguchi on the left-hand side for the moment. Held up well by Sime Zuzul. He's taken off his toes by Shakir. That's Faisal Rafi on the turf there. Just taking a bit of contact 25-year-old central midfielder. Faisal Rafi making his 7th start of the season. His 12th appearance. He's got 2 goals. He's actually already scored in that 4-0 win over Tanjong Pagar United. He's also scored against Hougang. Headed away by Blake Rashuto. Back into the box. Bruncevic. Just looking for Zuzul again. Rashuto was doing his job defensively there. Out to Shake. Fatullah with a bit of space to work with. Recently got called up to the national under-22 side. He's played a neat little ball over the top into Anaki. Nice idea by Anaki there. Just looking to try and cut it back into the run of Nishiguchi and Luis Jr. Fatullah, wonderful energy. Good work down that left-hand side. Just couldn't quite find a teammate in the box. Claimed easily by Ricky Kimura. Very impressive young man, Fatullah Rahmat. Just celebrated his birthday on the 5th of September. Just turned 19. He was picked up by Tanjong Pagar United for the season. This is his 8th start of the campaign. Garrett, under a bit of pressure from Nishiguchi, just pokes it back towards Enza. Very difficult pitch for the players as well, this one here at the Toa Payoh Stadium. You can see why teams have struggled when they've come here. Balestier have made good use of the home ground advantage, in a sense anyway. The 3 wins this season coming at this venue. Back to Farid. Recently been recalled into the Singapore international squad, Farid Samid. Fatullah just has a look over his shoulder there before he received the ball. Turned away. Almost lost it in midfield as Rashuto was put under pressure, but it's a loose pass. Picked out by Gareth Lowe. Played into a channel for Zuzul to chase. Back to Ho Wai Lun. Cross to Faisal Rafi. Gets cut out by Blake Rashuto. Back out to Hoshino. Shots blocked by Farid Samid. Shiguchi just holding it up and drawing the free kick. Easing that pressure on his side. And that ball into the channel. Now on that left-hand side is something that Balestier utilized quite a bit. Zuzul will be used to chasing those down, and many times this season he's almost been that one-man sort of battering ram up front for them. Could be danger here for Balestier. Nishiguchi goes out wide. It's a chance to run at a couple of defenders. Ends up in the arms of Ricky Kimura. And no surprise that he just launches it upfield into Sime Zuzul. I was just talking to Noah Alam Shah earlier this week about preparation for this match, and Just a reminder that Tanjong Pagar, their home ground, Jurong East Stadium, is an artificial surface. So they've had to try and move away from that in preparation for playing on natural turf here. And these conditions as well on this sort of pitch. Just tried to get training sessions at Yishun Stadium. Did mention that it is something his players have been talking about in the dressing room already, how they're going to overcome these conditions. It does look early on like they will try and vary their game a little bit. I think to play it short at times if they can, before also looking to launch it long. Quick balls over the top, as we've seen. They do have good pace in those forward positions. Naki's a willing runner. Ryo Nishiguchi has got good acceleration and quality down that left-hand side. It's also generally given a bit of license to roam across those forward areas in number 9. Wailun picks up the second ball. Gareth Lowe, nice and tidy in midfield. Gives it to Hoshino. It's a little bit messy for the moment in midfield as the ball bobbles around. Players trying to get a foot on it, trying to get control of this game. Eventually it comes out to Anaki, back to Luis Jr. Scored several wonderful goals already this season. The Brazilian. Nishiguchi's gone down in the box. But Shodai Nishikawa has actually won the free kick down the left-hand side. Just inviting Bhuvan Raj into a challenge there. Too quick for him. It's turning away from Bhuvan Raj. Lovely bit of skill from Shodai Nishikawa. To see the contact made to the heel of Nishikawa. Rushaidi will come across to take this one, and he's got good quality from his delivery. Set pieces, Rushaidi Salim. Making his 17th appearance of the season. Picked up an assist against Geylang. He set up Khairul Amri. Well, that one delivered low into the box and it's come off a teammate. It's a goal kick for Balestier here. Won well in the air by Anaki. Bruncevic just looking to play it back into Ricky Kimura. Takes no chances and just launches it up to Hazwan. Hoshino gives it to Wailun under a bit of pressure there from Anaki. Does retain possession with a throw-in. You're going to be seeing quite a few of these long balls being played in this game here. Lots of aerial challenges, aerial duels to be won, and so important that you've got players close by to pick up these second balls. Expecting a physical contest, especially as Hoshino just drops into those areas to try and flick it on for a strike partner. Be up against Blake Rashuto in those areas. A nice idea from Farid Sami, just looking to play it into the space ahead of Shodai Nishikawa. Garrett with a bit of space in midfield now. He's moved the ball along really well and be nice and tidy in possession. Lovely first touch by Wailun. Just as he opens his body up, takes that first touch into space. Can they try and develop something down his left-hand side here? Referee's blown his whistle there for a foul perhaps on Hazwan. He's just explaining that he was playing the advantage there. He saw the initial contact on Hoshino. Just decided to play the advantage. Let's have a look at what's happened there. I mean, Hoshino goes down a little bit too dramatically. Hazwan falls over. And, well, it's a strange one. I'm not quite sure why possessions ended up back with Tanjong Pagar, but on we go. Farid Hamid. Another ball into Anaki. So again, timed his run in behind that defense very well. You can see what the pattern is. Just making those diagonal runs from the right-hand side out onto the left, in behind that Balestier defense. He's providing the option for one of his defenders to hit a longer pass in behind before looking for that cut back into a runner. He just takes his time to walk across, set himself up for a delivery here. It's got Louis Jr., Blake Rishuto, Shake Hamza in the box to hit. Nishiguchi in there as well. A man marking in the box at the moment. Flicked away by Bruncevic. Gratefully claimed by Ricky Kimura in goal. Quick throw out into Hawailun. Bundle of energy down his left-hand side. Gets taken out by Shake Hamza. Going to try and push his team forward on the counter-attack. Hawailun, his fifth start of the season for Balestier. Arrived on loan from the Lion City Sailors in the mid-season window. Let's another look at that. And Bruncevic, when he's in there, he tends to win most of these aerial duels. Will be Hawailun stepping up to take this free kick into his second spell at the Tigers. It's a deep cross onto the head of Bruncevic. Zafan just losing track of the ball in the air, completely misjudging that. Puvan. That's a strong challenge by Shodai Nishikawa. Ended up with a corner here, Balestier. Can be a big threat in these set-piece situations, especially with the physicality that they have in those areas with Bruncevic and Sime Zuzul. Amir Hakim, another one who gives them a good presence in the box. Hazwan delivers in there. Zafan under pressure is able to punch away, but comes out to Hawailun. Has an attempt from range. Decent enough attempt for Hawailun there. Started this game off very brightly. Balestier left back. Just perhaps hitting underneath the ball a little bit too much. Leaning back as he hit that one, causing it to sail over the bar. Not an easy opportunity, that. Oh, lovely touch in midfield by Gareth Lowe again, and he's got Balestier going forward. He just needs to be a little bit stronger in those situations, Puvan. Rajadi first to the ball. So takes the contact from Puvan Raj. And it's a free kick to the Jaguars. Puvan Raj, number 66, made his debut this season against Tampines Rovers on the 17th of March. Hasn't scored yet, but he's already picked up an assist for himself. Sharin plays it long. Good control by Luis Jr. to hold the ball up for his side. Gets back on the ball in a deeper position now. Just decides to recycle it into Shake. To Faritz. Out to Nishikawa, linking up with Nishiguchi. It's well defended by Faisal Rafi. And then Bruncevic looking to clean up. They've given the ball away. It's gone all the way back into Zafan, who just launches it upfield. Gives Nishiguchi a tricky ball to take down, but he does incredibly well there to spin away from a couple of challenges. Surely that's going to be a free kick, and it is. Wonderful quality that he's got on the ball, Ryo Nishiguchi. The ability to really drive at defenders with that acceleration and that close control. We've actually got decent experience in this Tanjong Pagar United side. Few title winners, Nishiguchi being one of them. He won the title last year with Alberex. Blake Risciuto knows what winning the title is like as well. DPMM in 2019 as Marco looks on. Hoshino wins it in the air. Judged to have had his arm up. So he went into that challenge with Sharin. Bit of a slow burner this game. Hasrin looks on. And that's been a really good turnaround for Tanjong Pagar. Hasrin and Noor Alam Shah working in tandem to get a nice structure for Tanjong Pagar United to play some decent football. Got some good passing patterns at times, but over here just being sort of forced into these longer passes upfield, longer diagonals, to try and exploit these spaces out in these wider positions. They move it forward quite quickly on the counter attack, especially when they're up against some of the bigger sides in the league. Picked up just 6 points from their first 10 matches in the opening half of the season. Turned that around big time now. And suddenly have put themselves in a position where they can contest for an AFC Cup spot. Thanks in part to Tampines and their faltering form. Losing 4 of their last 5 matches. They're actually without a win in the SPL in 5 games overall. Lots of question marks about what's going on with the Stags. Lots of soul searching to be done there as well. Perhaps the first big test of the Gavin Lee era at Tampines Rovers. It's just great for the league as well. Just fascinating that we've got a race for the AFC Cup spot. We've also got a proper title race between the Lion City Sailors and Alberex Niigata. Has one into Hoshino. Hits it back across the box. Bruncevic picks it up. Just needs to see if he can find a bit of space to work the ball into the penalty area, which he eventually does. Just gets hacked away by Shake Hamza. Rujaidi. Again, just looking to swing it in for Onaki or Ryo Nishiguchi. It was a late run made into the box by Nishiguchi. And Ho Wai Lun, once again, an outlet down this left-hand side. Every time it goes into the hands of Riki Kimura, it's one of the options available to him. A quick throw out to his left back. Either that or he launches it upfield for one of Zuzul or Hoshino to challenge. 3 shots to 1 there. Home side leading on the shot count. Zafan Rohaizad, former NFA and Young Lions player, recently called up to the national squad as well. They were initially supposed to play a friendly match, but that had to be cancelled because of the COVID situation. So they had a bit of a training camp. Coach Tatsuma Yoshida was impressed with the intensity that his players were training at. Satisfied with the results of that camp. It's been good about Yoshida as well. Since he's come in, he's tried to extend that playing pool, given opportunities to several players to be a part of national squad training camps. Ho Wai Lun's adjudged to have committed a foul on Luis Jr. Good position for Rujaidi here to whip a delivery into the box. Just look to try and hit that space in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. See if he can hit a runner in those areas. Well, he doesn't hit a runner. It's a static Farid Samid standing there as the ball arrives onto his head. So not much in the way in terms of clear-cut opportunities as the players go off for the first cooling break of this game. Just looking at the pattern of play there. Both sides looking to bypass the midfield to develop their attacks. It's good to see the return of fans as well. We had a decent crowd here at Toa Payoh Stadium. Come out to watch this game. Well, not much in the way of clear-cut opportunities for either of these sides, but again, both these coaches coming into this spoke about those AFC Cup spots potentially available to them. It's closer for Tanjong Pagar United than it is for Balestier Khalsa, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Marco himself touched on it, saying that if they could go on some kind of run here, but they just picked up win after win, you never know what could happen and get themselves in a position where they could find themselves playing on the continent next season. A little bit more realistic perhaps for the Jaguars. On 17 points at the moment. 5 behind Tampines Rovers. The win here will close that gap to 2 and put the Stags under a lot of pressure. Coming into the final few weeks of the season as well. It's crunch time for a lot of these sides. Especially at the top of the table there. Elbrechts winning their game by 5-0 against Geylang International. Blew the Eagles away in that game. Sazwan is unable to keep this in play. And pretty much set the tone, the Japanese side, and thrown down the gauntlet to the Sailors, who have to respond. See Sharin to restart play with a throw in and foul there, and another break in play. It's been A scrappy stop-start sort of game, this one. Oshino, that's a neat touch. Lovely bit of quality into Hazwan, who can't quite get it back into a teammate. Gareth Lowe, that's an ambitious attempt from range. He's able to pick up the second ball, but he's given Fadli Kamis something to deal with here. Under pressure from Luis Jr. Back to Ricky Kimura. Just strikes right through the ball there. It's picked up by Tanjong Pagar United for the moment. Puvan Raj has done very well. And so has Shorai Nishikawa. Wonderful work rate and energy down that left-hand side. And he's got a good understanding with Nishiguchi on that part of the pitch as well. That occasion, another move, attacking move that just fizzles out for Tanjong Pagar. Frustration for the players, frustration for the coaches, and frustration for the fans here. Well, he's always going to go and chase that, Sime Zuzul. I think he knew he was in an offside position as Faisal Rafi just launched it forward into him. Faritz driving forward down his left-hand side, gives it into Nishikawa. They do have bodies in the box there. 3 Tanjong Pagar players in the area. A flick on at the near post by Nishiguchi. Simple enough save for Ricky Kimura. First time I've really seen Tanjong Pagar trying to inject a little bit of pace into their game. As far as picked the ball up in defense and just chose to drive forward with it before releasing Nishikawa. Now space is available for him to push on if he chooses to. At times that Balestier midfield just drops off a little bit too deep. And Bruncevic called into action to put that one out. Nishiguchi, a lovely back heel into Nishikawa, who drives into the box. Oh, he's looking for that cutback. Last ditch defending by the Tigers. Luis Jr. plays it back into the area. Zuzul, wonderful play initially. He just couldn't quite keep it in play. Just snuck up on the blind side of Sharin. Get a touch onto the ball. A tricky one for Ho Wai Lun to deal with as well, with Luis Jr. lurking in behind him there. Jr. popping up onto this right-hand side. Can cut it onto his left. Send it into the box, and I think it's come off Nishikawa. Referee is pointing for a goal kick. Won by Rishuto. Well, again, a bit of confusion there as the referee blows his whistle for a free kick. Just an update for you from Jalan Besar Stadium. Young Lions leading by a 0-0 against the Lion City Sailors. And that, if that finishes that way, with the Young Lions taking 3 points, will be a huge blow to the Sailors' title hopes. Still plenty of time to go though. Hazwan. Wailun. He did really well there, Hazwan. Just to get his body in the way. You get that contact from Sharin Saberin. 27-year-old Hazwan Halim at times can play on the right-hand side. Here he's popped up on the left. Haven't really seen him involved too much in this first half so far. By the way, Ilhan Fandi scoring a goal for the Young Lions in that game against the Sailors. A couple of options here. Hazwan and Ho Wai Lun send this into the box. It's Ho Wai Lun. Headed away by Nishiguchi. Just out to Gareth Lowe. And it's fallen to Zuzul. Big chance. First big chance of the game for Balestier Khalsa. There's a couple of deflections on its way into Sime Zuzul in the box. Big opportunity for the man who's been in such a hot goal scoring streak. You expect a player of his quality and the sort of confidence he's playing with at the moment to put that one away. Going into that game against Albirex where he drew a blank, he'd actually scored 13 goals in 9 matches. Just couldn't quite find the back of the net on that occasion. Not even worked the goalkeeper. Good header away by Amir Hakim. It's a handball from Hoshino. Jaguars moving on quickly. Anaki. Cut back into Nishiguchi. He's taking a deflection. It's gone out for a corner. Bit of an increase in the tempo here as first that opportunity falling the way of Balestier Khalsa and Sime Zuzul, and then Tanjong Pagar United restarting things quickly off that free kick. I was carving out a big opportunity for Nishiguchi. It's eventually deflected wide. And Rajaidi again taking his time to go across, set himself up for this corner. Two corners to one for the away side. Easy for Bruncevic again. Meat and drink for him. Everything in the air. He is the favorite to get his head on it. This flag goes up on Shakir Hamza. A couple of cheers from the crowd here as that ball was put in the back of the net by Shakir Hamza. I've been so devoid of anything to really get excited about. It just looked like he was being dragged back there, Hoshino, by Sharin. The referees said play on, and it's Zuzul in possession now. Into Garrett. Get support from Puvan. Just lets it run into Faisal Rafi. He's not strong enough there. Nishikawa shoves him off the ball in a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. And again, it's another potential counter-attack for Tanjong Pagar United. It just gets fizzled out due to a little challenge in midfield. Stop-start nature of this game. Not really allowing either of these sides to get any sort of rhythm or momentum, especially for the Jaguars here. At times have shown a willingness to try and play it through the lines. Fatola. Have a ball out to Rujaidi. He's got a bit of space on his right-hand side. Decides to go back into Sharin. Comes out to Anaki. Picks up the second ball. He's got a bit of space to perhaps have an attempt at goal. It gets blocked down by Amir. Shino now. Over the top for Zuzul to chase. Easily dealt with by Shaki Hamza. And it's going to come back the way of the Tigers here. Sharin is unable to find a teammate. Nishiguchi just gets taken out by Bruncevic there. It was a little bit too aggressive in that challenge. Enza Bruncevic, 22-year-old Serbian. And back into the side, having served this suspension. He's picked up 2 red cards for himself this season. Enza Bruncevic. Joined Balestier in 2020. He actually scored 3 goals in 5 appearances for the club last year. Rashuto hits it into the 6-yard box, and Ricky Kimura eventually gathers at the second time of asking. Bruncevic was there once again, ready to head away. And again, it's another long ball sent forward. Flicked on by Sime Zuzul into nowhere. Cut out in midfield by Faisal. Oshino has been quite active for Balestier Khalsa. And it's a quick ball in behind for Zuzul to go and chase. Shuhei Hoshino. There was only one thing on his mind. The moment he received that throw in from Fadli, it was just a spin away and send it in behind into the space behind that Tanjong Pagar United defense for Zuzul to go and chase. A neat first touch by Fadli. It just gets taken out by Nishikawa. Clever bit of play by the captain. Joined the club in 2016 from the Young Lions. Fadli Kamis, former Geylang player as well. Played for Singapore at the Asian Games in 2014. 6th season now with Balestier Khalsa. Fadli Kamis still looking for his first goal, first assist of the season. So again, 2 options there. This time around, Gareth Lowe and Hazwan Halim. Hazwan on the outswinger, Gareth Lowe on the potential in-swinger. Bruncevic looking to attack the back post. Perhaps he's peeling away from Shake. Sent deep into Bruncevic. Dealt really well by Shake Hamza. He's gone down under that challenge from Bruncevic. And both players having to go for that, having to challenge for that, and Shake got his positioning spot on. I wasn't really too concerned about Bruncevic peeling away from him in the setup to that free kick. Just trusted himself, trusted his positioning, and got his head on the ball. Foul from Anaki there. Had his hands all over the back of Hazwan Halim. Anaki Ismit. Not the one who's left the Lion City Sailors on loan. Ended up with Tanjong Pagar United. Anaki did play a game for Home United back in 2019. Yes, you heard that right, Home United, before they were the Lion City Sailors. Hawailun. Looking a little gassed for the moment, Hawailun. Has been everywhere for Balestier down the left-hand side. It's Faisal. I just lifted it into the box for Sime Zuzul. Did find Sime Zuzul. Really very difficult opportunity for Sime Zuzul to do anything dangerous with. That is back towards goal. Rashuto just trying to inject a bit of creativity into this game with an overhead kick in midfield. Good strong challenge in the air by Sharin. Ball played over the top for Nishiguchi to chase. Fudley's under a bit of pressure here, and Nishiguchi gets to the ball ahead of him. Rashuto. Now gets his shot charged down by Faisal. And Zuzul was just trying to hold it up there, but it again was very tricky for him to get control of the ball as it skipped up off the turf, and Rashuto did really well to come in and help his defense out. Shiguchi, a bit of space there. Can't quite turn on the ball. He's got Gareth Lowe just behind him. He was able to get it into Farid. Eventually the throw-in does go the way of Tanjong Pagar. Khairul Amri looking on. A veteran Singapore striker. He's made 14 appearances this season, Khairul Amri. 4 starts, he's got 4 goals. Had a game-changing effect for them against Geylang recently. Zuzul shown good strength there to shake off the challenge of Shake. Hazwan! He's found the back of the net. Hazwan Halim for a slick counter-attacking move for the Tigers. That's his 3rd goal of the season. Right on the stroke of half-time here. Nothing really in terms of clear-cut opportunities for either of these sides. Sime Zuzul just too strong for Shake Hamza there. Gets a supporting run from Hazwan Halim. And that's an excellent touch from Hazwan at pace. That first touch from Hazwan, he's arriving at pace into the box to meet that ball. Keeps it close to himself and applies the finish past Zafan, who's still looking for his first clean sheet of the season. Zafan Rahizat, that search continues. It's the home side that have taken a goal lead here. Looking like they'll hang on to this going into the halftime break. Finally something for the fans here to shout about. Rujaidi. Played away by Amir. Comes out to Ryo Nishiguchi. Sharin. He's being encouraged here, Balestier, to close down these Tanjong Pagar United players. Gareth Lowe has done a very good job for Balestier in midfield. Hard working. It's been tidy in possession, just keeping it, moving it along nicely at times. Working hard off the ball as well. Remember, Gareth Lowe was a title winner with Albirex last year. Played 6 times for the defending champions. Well, that's your whistle for half-time there from Taufik Tana. Catching almost everyone off guard here at Toa Payoh Stadium. It's the home side, Balestier Khalsa, who head into the break. A goal up here, courtesy of Hazwan. Scoring late on in this first half, picking up the assist. Sime Zuzul, after some wonderful work down that left-hand side, just shrugging off the challenge of Shake Hamza before setting up Hazwan Halim. A lovely touch in the box at pace. Put it past the goalkeeper for that finish. A half where chances were limited for both these sides. But it is the Tigers to go into the break. A goal up. That's confirmation of your scoreline. Hazwan Halim scoring in the first minute of added time at the end of this first half. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be back with highlights from this opening 45. Welcome back to the Toa Payoh Stadium, where it's Balestier Khalsa leading by a goal to nil over the visitors Tanjong Pagar United. Hazwan Halim opening the scoring on the stroke of half-time. There hasn't been a match of many opportunities. Not been many clear-cut chances in this one. But let's have a look at some of the highlights then from this opening 45. We'll get that to you as soon as it's available. And it started off brightly with Shuhei Hoshino here, having his first attempt at goal on target, 34 seconds in. But wasn't quite to be. An opportunity there for Ho Wai Lun as well, from range as it comes out to him. A series of half chances really in this game. Balestier with a few of those opportunities to send balls into the box. This one perhaps their best opportunity before they open the scoring. Sime Zuzul, the sort of form that he's been in over the last few weeks or so, just couldn't quite bounce on that to put it in the back of the net, blazing it over the bar. So a couple of deflections allowed the ball to make its way through into him. And then Nishiguchi here with a deflected effort. It was a quick free kick taken by Farid Hamid. They worked the ball well into the box there down the left-hand side. A deflected effort going out for a corner. And then this one here, free kick towards the back post, headed away by Shakir Hamza. Got his positioning spot on there under pressure from Enza Bruncevic. Here's the goal. Good, strong, old-fashioned centre-forward play by Sime Zuzul. A shoulder-to-shoulder challenge against Shakir. He's just too strong for the defender there. And then he sets up Hazwan Halim, who arrives into the box at pace. And a sure touch. Good quality on the touch in that position. And then nice composure to find the back of the net with the finish. We've got time then to have a look at some of the stats from that first half. Not too many clear-cut opportunities in that first half. There they go. 8 shots to 6. 2 shots on target, 2-1 for Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. But a lot of those shots were, as I said, hopeful opportunities from range, half chances, not real high quality opportunities or chances for either of these two sides in the first half. Over at the Jalan Besar Stadium, it's the Young Lions leading by a goal to nil over the Lion City Sailors. Ilhan Fandi with a goal in the 11th minute there. This could be big trouble for Lion City Sailors in that title race if it stays this way. Well, hopefully get a much more entertaining second half here between these two sides. Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. Tanjong Pagar chasing an AFC Cup spot. They will need those 3 points to keep the pressure on Tampines Rovers. We'll head off for another break and we'll be back for the second 45. And we're back at Toa Payoh Stadium, just ahead of kickoff for this second half here. Balestier Khalsa, the home side, leading by a goal to nil. Hazwan Halim opening the scoring on the stroke of half-time. The first minute of stoppage time, to be exact. So some wonderful work by Sime Zuzul. Good, strong centre-forward play. It's a shrug off the attention of Shake Hamza. Setting up Hazwan Halim for a finish in the box. The chances, good quality chances, have been few and far between in the opening 45. You can expect an increase in intensity in the second half here. Tanjong Pagar United chase the game. Remember, Balestier Khalsa won 3 matches this season. All 3 of their wins coming here on their home ground. At the moment, heading towards win number 4. For Tanjong Pagar United, 4 wins this season. All 4 have come away from home. Here we go then. Already a long ball to start things off. As Prosciutto plays in Nishiguchi. Riki Kimura makes a really good save there. Well, he almost puts Fadli in Kamis in trouble. He's just forced into a clearance. Fadli Kamis picked up by Rujaidi. Anaki. Shot that goes just wide there. Weird moment for Riki Kimura in goal. Holds his hand up to apologize. He's going to be seeing a lot of game time for Balestier. Stepping into shoes of Saiful Nizam, who's moved over to Geylang International. Prosciutto has been fantastic for Tanjong Pagar in central midfield, picking up all these second balls for them. Working hard both sides of the game, on and off the ball. Oh, just a couple of matches ago we saw Tanjong Pagar go into the break against Geylang International at our Tampines hub. Down by 2-1 for a stunning turnaround in the second half. Saw them winning the game 4-2. Just went through the gears in that one. Up the tempo, up the intensity. They're expecting more of the same here. In the second 45 as Rujaidi swings it into the box. Nishiguchi again. Flick on there at the near post. There was another who looked decent on the ball, Ryo Nishiguchi, in that first half. He just tried to make things happen for his side. And that's where most of the Tanjong Pagar United openings, opportunities came in that first half. Down the left, Nishikawa, Nishiguchi and Faritz linking up down that side of the pitch. Nishikawa. Well, it's well defended by Fadli Kamis. It's clever there. The experienced defender is getting his body in the way, using Nishikawa's momentum to draw that foul. th appearance for Shorai Nishikawa. Got 3 goals and 2 assists for Tanjong Pagar this season. It's been a regular for them down that left-hand side. One of 3 players to have started every game for Tanjong Pagar, the other 2 being Ryo Nishiguchi and Blake Prosciutto. Prosciutto and Nishiguchi have actually played every single minute for Tanjong Pagar United in the season's campaign. If you're just tuning in, a reminder for you that Christian Krajcek is out of this Balestier Khalsa squad. He's picked up a knee injury. It'll be a big miss for Balestier. Krajcek, 6 goals and 6 assists. 17 starts this season for the Tigers. Faritz. Lovely pass in behind that defense for Nishikawa. And just passed it into the 6-yard box there. Didn't have anyone really gambling and attacking that cross. Eventually cleared away by Amir Hakim. And it was good work down this left-hand side. Again, it was Faritz just playing the ball in behind, splitting that defense with a pass into Shodai Nishikawa. Rajadi with the signal here. Let's see if we can find a teammate. Don't have to find the head of Bruncevic. On this occasion finds the head of Shohei Hoshino. A strong challenge by Blake Rashuto. Just as Ho Wai Lun was looking to break away on the counter. Well, it's been a fascinating game. There have been plenty of fouls. Lots of these free kicks given in these areas. Lots of occasions when the play has broken down. We haven't actually seen a caution being given. A game that's not really been played at a really good intensity, but one that's been competitive. Zuzul, lovely header away into space. A lovely bit of skill by Sime Zuzul. It's come back off the post. Hazwan picks up the second ball. Well, good work by the two centre forwards, Hoshino and Zuzul. Again, it's what works for Balestier. Longer ball played up. First header flicked on. Second one. Lovely bit of quality from Sime Zuzul there. Just to create an opportunity for himself to have a shot at goal. A difficult angle. We'll just see Fadli Kamis get taken down for a free kick to the Jaguars here. Be Hazwan Halim stepping up to take this. Picked up his third goal of the season in the first half. His 7th season with Balestier Khalsa. He actually joined the club from Tanjong Pagar United. Made his league debut in 2012 with Tanjong Pagar United, and he was the SPL Young Player of the Year in 2017 with Balestier. That was one's best goal-scoring season. 10 goals in 2019 for the Tigers. Shake is not happy with Bhuvan Raj here. First caution of the match, Bhuvan Raj. Don't think you can have too many complaints about that, as Shake was looking to drive forward down that right-hand side. And it is Bhuvan who will be coming off as Balestier make their first change. Ahmad Shahir replacing Bhuvan Raj. I might see a bit of a reshuffle here tactically, with Ahmad Shahir perhaps moving into that left-back spot that was occupied by Ho Wai Lun. Let's see how that pans out. Rujaidi again from deep here. Khairul Amri is just out of your picture. He is just up this warm-up intensity here. Perhaps getting ready to come on. Sent into the box, and again Bruncevic strong in the air, heads it away. Fatola. Back to Fatullah, into Nishiguchi. Shot charged down by Bruncevic. Played over the top by Faritz. Just looking for the run of Anaki. Well covered by Amir Hakim. Track that run into the area. I think we're about to see Khairul Amri take to the stage here for Tanjong Pagar United, in need of some inspiration up front as Zuzul looks to provide that inspiration for Balestier. Lovely bit of skill. Nice recovery by Shaki Hamza. Nutmegged for the moment. He did well to recover his position, not allow Zuzul past him. Faisal plays it in behind for Hazwan. Up against Rujaidi. Throw in taken by Ho Wai Lun. Faisal gives it back into him. He's done well to keep that one in play, Ho Wai Lun. Difficult pass to control. Anaki doing well to hang on to that as well. Ahmad Shahir. Headed away by Shakir. On that occasion, it was a foul from Sime Zuzul, just charging into the back of Farid Samid. We are about to see Khairul Amri coming on for Anaki Ismit. So a bit of inspiration perhaps for Tanjong Pagar United in those forward positions as Khairul Amri comes in to make his 15th appearance of the season. Still made only 4 starts. He's got 4 goals. I mentioned earlier that he changed the game for them against Geylang a couple of matches ago. And you have the same sort of impact here. It's Rishuto directs it back towards goal, and Kimura does enough just to get it away with the help of his defense. Faritz then drive it into the box and headed away well by Amir Hakim. Shake. Clever pass out to Sharin. Puts in a decent ball. It's good strong header away by Fadli Khamis. And then a handball that kills the momentum for the moment. Again, this Bruncevic looking for that quick ball out to Sime Zuzul. Peeled off into a bit of space down his right hand side. Well defended by Faritz, who's been very steady for Tanjong Pagar recent weeks, and Shaki Hamza coming into this Tanjong Pagar United defense as well after his move from Perak, adding lots of quality and experience and speed as well into that back line. It's helped steady the ship for them. Again, good play by Fatullah Rahmat. A player with big future ahead of him, the number 51. Incredibly hard-working. Good compose on the ball. Here's another example of that. Nicely just lets the ball run across his body, even though he was under pressure from Zuzul and Hoshino. It's his more experienced teammate. Faritz has actually lost possession there. Balestier can counter here. It's a bit too much on that pass from Hoshino into Zuzul. He's quick, but I gave him too much to do on that occasion. Faritz into Nishiguchi. Fatullah gets it back from Faritz. No real options ahead of him. Decides to just go back into the feet of Zafan. Rujaidi. Bit of pace to burn down this right hand side. Finds some space to send a cross into the box. Headed by Luis Jr. And an easy enough save for Ricky Kimura. Just needs to stand his ground in goal as Luis Jr. is moving away from the ball there as he just tries to direct that cross back on target. Right down the middle. Simple enough save for Kimura to make. Starting to just increase the intensity a little bit here, Tanjong Pagar, since Amri's introduction. And that's going to open up a bit more space for Balestier Khalsa on the counter-attack. We know they enjoy themselves in these counter-attacking situations, especially when you can just launch it forward into Zuzul, who'll chase everything down. By the way, Sime Zuzul with that assist for Hazwan Halim, picking up his 6th assist of the season. Has been an absolute machine for Balestier up front. "14 goals, 6 assists for the big Croatian. Just poked forward by Shake for Nishiguchi to chase. He's got Fadli in behind him, looking for options. Gets it in the form of Faritz. Fatullah. Cut out well by Faisal Rafi. Nice little battle there in midfield, and Faisal Rafi wins it on this occasion. Him and Gareth Lowe kept things tight in the center of the park for the Tigers. Azwan doesn't have an option in front of him, waits for it to arrive in Zuzul. Well, this cross just comes off the chest of Faritz. Shuto takes it away in midfield, holds off a couple of challenges, gives it into Nishikawa, who's taken out by Ahmad Shahir, who's actually just playing in right midfield here. Ahmad Shahir normally occupies that left back spot. They're being asked to do a job down his right hand side. Marco perhaps not wanting to change things too much tactically, especially with the side being in the lead and generally being in control of the defensive spaces here. Limited Tanjong Pagar United. Not been any dangerous opportunities for the Jaguars. Got himself a yellow card there. In play, he replaced Poovan Raj. Got a yellow card before coming off. Hoshino. Into Zuzul. Up against Shake. Works a bit of space into Hoshino. And poor attempt by Shuhei Hoshino. Got 3 goals for Balestier this season. Shuhei Hoshino at one point back in 2018 when he won the title with Albirex was the league's top scorer with 19 goals. Just lost his way a little bit in terms of finishing off these opportunities. Scored his 3rd goal of the season against Tampines Rovers recently, and that snapped a 14-game goal drought. Hoshino has spent some time in Korea as well with Busan Transportation after his move from Albirex. Came back to Balestier Khalsa last year. Scored 4 goals for them in that campaign. Here he is. Again, just playing a very different role than he used to play when he was with Albirex Niigata. Oh, Gareth Lowe is, I don't think he's actually meant that pass into Hazwan, but it's made its way all the way to Hazwan Halim. Offside flag has gone up here. Amri. His first real involvement for Karol Amri. He just drops off into this deeper position. It's a delightful diagonal from left to right into Luis Jr. Just looking for that late run into the box from Blake Rashuto. Cleared away by Amir Hakim. Farid now. He's been very involved in a lot of these attacking build-ups for Tanjong Pagar United. It's that left-sided centre-back, that system that they have of 3 central defenders there. On this occasion, Farid's playing on the left-hand side. It's another counter-attack here for Balestier. Hazwan into Zuzul. Lovely feed by Sime Zuzul. That's a great save by Zafan. Strong left arm there from Zafan Ruhaizat. There's some wonderful work by Sime Zuzul. Good quick feet in the box. Just to open up an opportunity to have a shot at goal. We're going to see more of these spaces opening up for the Tigers here as Tanjong Pagar chase the game. Gaps between the lines will increase. The Jaguars look to take a few more risks. I know what's at stake here. They're going to try and close that gap between themselves and Tampines Rovers. Potentially putting themselves in a position to pick up an AFC Cup spot for next season. Not going their way at the moment. Another good header on in midfield by Blake Rashuto. Good turn away by Hoshino there. Tries to get past Fatula. It's forced into a free kick. Now those are the moments for Balestier Khalsa. In these counter-attacking situations, you can get it forward very quickly. Good quality in those attacking areas. Hoshino and Zuzul. Zuzul especially be deadly in the box. Energy and work rate in that forward line. Hazwan's got plenty of pace about him as well. Again, that's just another smart run by Sime Zuzul. Well timed, just couldn't quite take it down on that occasion. A decent idea. The ball played into him by Gareth Lowe. Just a bit too much on that. Nishiguchi. Well, Shota Nishiguchi just put his arm out there just to protect the ball. Made contact with Fadli Khamis. I thought the free kick was actually going to go the way of the Tigers. So let's just have a look here what happens. It's a strange one, isn't it? Well, I couldn't quite see a foul on Nishiguchi there. If anything, the arm was shoved into the throat of Fadli Khamis. The headers played back into the 6-yard box by Blake Rashuto. Claimed comfortably by Ricky Kimura. I'm going to be seeing another substitution for Tanjong Pagar United here. They're going for it. Bringing lots of experience on. Ridwan Mohammed. Getting ready to take his place on the pitch as the Jaguars stream forward here. Rashuto, neat turn away. Digs out across. Headed away by Ahmed Shahir for the moment. Comes back out to Amri. Nishikawa. Headed away by Ho Wai Lun. Just looking for the head of Luis Jr. with that cross there. Farid sends another one in. It's a nothing ball in the end. Another move that fizzles out. It's Fatullah Rahmat. Lots of hard work in central midfield for Tanjong Pagar United. Lots of industry, but they need a little bit more quality in those attacking positions, and that's why they've decided to make the change here. With Ridwan Mohammed coming on to inject a little bit more quality in those attacking positions. Ridwan Mohammed, who's struggled with a bit of injury issues this season, hasn't played much football. It's good to see him back on the pitch. Wasn't really expected to feature until late September, but here he is, looking to make an impact for his side. Obviously recovered ahead of time, ahead of schedule. There's a yellow card for Blake Rashuto now. Let's have a look at what happened here as Ho Wai Lun comes across. There was a bit of a knee into the back of the head of Ho Wai Lun there. Rashuto always aggressive in those situations. But too aggressive this time for the referee's liking. It's confirmation of the yellow card for Blake Rashuto, his 4th yellow card of the season. As both teams go off for second cooling break of the game. Yeah, Balestier leading on the scoreline, leading on the yellow card count as well, by 2-1. Here's another look at that goal in stoppage time. The end of that first half. Sime Zuzul, good strong centre forward play there. Shoulder to shoulder challenge, no foul. And shrugs off Shakir Hamza before setting up Hazwan Halim for that opportunity. It was a really good touch by Hazwan. He's running into the box at pace there, and he's got to make sure his first touch is absolutely spot on to set himself up for the finish. He was able to then put it past Zafan in goal. It's really been a game where chances, clear-cut opportunities have been few and far between. First real dangerous chance that they got in that first half, perhaps. Oh well, the second, they had one opportunity through Sime Zuzul. Perhaps should have done better with his finish. Eventually found their way through with Hazwan Halim getting his 3rd goal of the season. Picked up by Sharin. Ridwan looking to link up with Amri. Nice triangle there as Rashuto plays it into the space for Ridwan to chase. Still has his pace, doesn't he, Ridwan? Even at 37 years of age. Still has that acceleration to his game, that ability to introduce these southern bursts into spaces in behind as Nishiguchi gets in behind the Balestier defense. That's another one that's covered easily by Riki Kimura. It can cause a few issues with these diagonal runs in behind that Balestier defense. Neat pass played into him by Shakir Hamza. It's launched forward. I don't quite have enough on that occasion to find the back of the net. It's Hazwan here with an opportunity to send this into the box. They're not pushing too many players forward, Balestier. We've got Hoshino, who's strong in the air, wins another header. Just can't quite find a teammate. It's good distribution by Zafan. It's kept in play well by Luis Jr. Not quite the switch that I think he would have been thinking about, but it's kept in play by Nishikawa. Makes this run in behind. Can he keep this one in? Just a bit too much on that pass from Farid Samid. Frustrating moments for Tanjong Pagar United. If you're a fan of the Jaguars here, it's been unable to string anything really dangerous together in the second half. Lacking a little bit of that creative element, perhaps, a bit of invention that you need to have against a side that's sitting deep and defending just these spaces in their own half, and quite happy to play on the counter-attack and quite happy to launch these longer balls forward. Against good play on the defensive front by Blake Risciuto, just gets in front of his man to win the ball back for Tanjong Pagar. It's really taken out there, Luis Jr. by Amir Hakim. The yellow card for Amir Hakim. Clever turn away from that challenge initially by Luis Jr. before he was taken down. The ball's played into the box there from that free kick. If eventually cleared away by Balestier. It's come out to Sime Zuzul. Can be dangerous in these situations. Skips past the challenge of Rujaidi. Nice idea just to play it in behind it. High defensive line for Garrett. Good reading of the game from Zafan though. Quick off his line, nice positioning. Spotted the danger early. Left his penalty area to sweep up in behind that defense. Sharon. Up to Ridwan. Just patient in the build-up for the moment. Still looking to try and carve an opportunity here. Work their way through this incredibly compact Balestier defense. Karol Amri is in an offside position. I'm about to see a change for Balestier here. It's a few fresh legs coming on. It is looking like it's going to be Aidil Johari, number 55, 18-year-old. It's a bit of a utility player, Aidil Johari. Can play in central midfield, can fill in at left back, central defense. I think he's going to be coming into central midfield here to replace Gareth Lowe, who's gone down injured, and will take as long as he possibly can here, just to kill the momentum of the game. Eat up a few seconds. Gareth Lowe just gone down there in the middle of the park. Gareth Lowe, aside from being a title winner with Albirex last year, made his professional league debut with the Young Lions back in 2016. Who spent some time with Hougang. He's put in a good shift in midfield for the Tigers. Gets a round of applause from the crowd here as he's stretched off. We see 18-year-old Aidil Johari taking his place in midfield. His 11th appearance of the season for Aidil Johari. Made his debut on the 14th of March against the Young Lions. Rashuto. It's it taken off him by Ahmad Shahir. Shari now to Ridwan. It's another opportunity. It goes begging as they lose the ball in midfield. It's one for Zuzul to chase, but he just again saw that a great example of just how quick Shaki Hamza is in that back line. Accelerates towards the ball, no problem. Takes it away from danger. Nishiguchi spins away from a challenge, gives it into Blake Rashuto. Out to Ridwan, he's got a bit of space to have a shot at goal. And it's a shot that gets blocked by Faisal Rafi. Just under 10 minutes to go here of normal time for Tanjong Pagar to at least get that equalizer. If not a winner here, that will give them an opportunity to close that gap between themselves and Tampines. Put the Stags under real pressure. But a win for Balestier Khalsa. We'll see them go up to 16 points. Headed away by Bruncevic, who's gone down as well. Fadli Kamis and Enza Bruncevic taking turns to go down in the box for the Tigers. Tanjong Pagar not giving them an opportunity to catch a breath. Bruncevic heads another one away, picked up by Shaki Hamza. Ridwan clips it into Luis Jr. Ricky Kumura coming across to claim that ball into the box. A win here for Balestier will put them into 6th position, displacing Geylang International. We've got a better goal difference, the Tigers. And that will put them just 6 points in behind Tampines Rovers in that chase for that 4th spot. So they will give themselves an opportunity in that the AFC Cup race. If they can pick up 3 points here, a slim opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless. Now they'll take that. Balestier has one again. He was just trying to get another counter attack going, but fouled by Ridwan. Feeling a bit of cramp as well. Has one. He's worked very hard down that left hand side. Quick throw out to Faretz again to just try and get things going for Jaguars. It's gone a little bit stale for the moment. Nishikawa again with a driving round down the left into Luis Jr. It's forced wide initially. Able to dig it out into the box. Flicked on by Cairo Lamri. Headed into the arms of Ricky Kimura by Ridwan. He's made an impact since he's come on, Ridwan. A couple of shots at goal. And that header there. Straight down the middle though. Remember, Ricky Kimura could end up with his first clean sheet of the season. This is his 4th appearance now. He's conceded 9 goals coming into this. Sharon's nice and composed under pressure from Zuzul there. Just keeps his wits about him. Doesn't hack it away. Keeps control of the ball. Gives it into Ridwan Muhammad. Whips across in and again cleared in the air by Bruncevic. It just eats everything up in the air that comes into the box. Rujaidi. Amri. Comes out to Nishiguchi. Thinks one in towards the far post. Nishikawa's there. Keeps the attack going. Gets it into Faritz. Bit of a heavy pass. But lovely work by Faritz. Nutmegs Ahmad Shahir. Links up with Rishuto. Headed away by Zuzul. Zuzul and Moschino combination. This occasion getting cleaned up by Shake. A neat challenge on the halfway line. Nishiguchi. With the volley just going wide. Gonna see another change for Balestier Khalsa here. Hazwan Halim takes his time to trudge off the pitch. Hazwan Halim could be the difference maker for Balestier Khalsa here. His goal has given them the lead, one which they've hung on to for most of this second half. He's one with his third goal of the season there, finishing just before half time. He's replaced by 19-year-old Ayman Zavian. Ayman made 2 appearances for Balestier last season. Hazwan gets a deserved rest on the bench, and we see another Tanjong Pagar United. Ball played into the box, claimed comfortably by Ricky Kimura. It's been largely untroubled in this game. There haven't really been too many dangerous opportunities for Balestier Khalsa to really deal with, especially in the second half. Picked up in midfield by Rishuto. Nice touch by Louis Jr., but so many red shirts around him as he tries to turn on the ball there. Just look at how deep that Balestier backline is, right on the edge of the penalty box. They've got their midfield stacked in front of them. Louis Jr. still looking for options. Gets it in the form of Rujaidi. Another one that gets cut out in midfield. And Faisal Rafi very quickly looking to close that one down, denying Tanjong Pagar an opportunity to take a quick free kick, which they do anyway. The flag has gone up for offside. Shaki Hamza. Wailud just launches it away in just a few minutes for the Tigers to hang on to this, what will be their 4th win of the season. We'll be getting 5 minutes added on at the end of this second half here. And just an update for you from Jalan Besar. The Young Lions were leading the Lion City Sailors by a 1-0 at half-time. Sailors have turned that around. Georges Felipe scoring in the 50th and got his second in the 85th minute. So the Lion City Sailors back in contention. The title race is back on. Yeah, we'll see them move up to 38 points, which is 5 behind Albrecht Negata. The Sailors will have a game in hand as well. If the Sailors can hang on to that and pick up 3 points against the Young Lions. A bit of a mess there defensively. Eventually it's cleared away, but only as far as Rujaidi. Red shirts everywhere in that penalty area. It's a late challenge there on Hoshino from Rujaidi. There will be a yellow card for Rujaidi there. It will be his 7th yellow card of the season. Bruncevic taking his time with this with this free kick as the referee runs into Aidil Johari. It's in midfield there. Bruncevic has been an absolute rock at the back for Balestier. Strong in the air and on the ground. Just cleaned up all the crosses that have come in to the box that have been sent in by Tanjong Pagar United. That's confirmation for you. 5 minutes, minimum of 5 minutes to be added on. Clock's ticking away on Tanjong Pagar United's hopes of an AFC Cup spot. They'd stay 5 points behind Tampines Rovers with just 3 games to go for Tanjong Pagar. Still mathematically not out of it, but it eases that pressure on Tampines Rovers. Still without a win in 5 SPL matches since their return. Headed in by Luis Jr. Offside flag has gone up, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Kimura had spilt the header. Another cross from deep sent in there for Luis Jr. to try and work with. Ideal. Lots of space in midfield. Initially just looked like he was going to pump it long. Decided to just play it through into Hoshino, and plenty of time on the ball there. Nice idea from Hoshino, just the execution not quite right on that occasion. I think they played into Zuzul's run in behind that Jaguars defense. Well, they're hanging on here, Balestier. Just a cue for them to get as deep as they possibly can and deal with these aerial balls that come in, which have been easy for them so far. Winning all those aerial challenges, especially with Bruncevic in the air there. Amir Hakim as well. It's been very strong in the heading department. There he goes, putting Luis Jr. under a bit of pressure. Let's come back to the Brazilian. Flicks it into Shake. Was he taken out by Bruncevic? Play on, says the referee. Nishiguchi. Oh, he's just looking to play it into Luis Jr. on the far side of the box there. Sharin. Trying to send one in. And it's another attack that just fizzles out. And Sime Zuzul, can he hold it up for Balestier here? Not support arriving, but he's done really well there just to draw a foul, win a free kick. Faisal Rafi's gone down with a bit of cramp. Suits the Tigers perfectly. Frustration for the Jaguars though. Lion City Sailors still leading by 2-1 at Jalan Besar. Big switch out into Hoshino. Again, they won't necessarily be looking to do anything with this aside from just keep it in these corners here as far away from the goal as they possibly can. Balestier. Rujaidi. They try and get things going. Amri back into Blake Risciuto. Red shirts dropping off back into their half now. That's good defending by the young man Ayman. They come again. Again headed away by Bruncevic. Faritz. Amri. Lovely turn away from Aidil Johari. Into Ridwan. Oh, he's off balance as he hit that. Absolutely no danger to the Tigers' defense. Probably will be their last opportunity there. That shot from Ridwan Muhammad. As the Jaguars head towards a frustrating defeat here. It's been a strange second half, really, for Tanjong Pagar from the perspective. For Balestier Khalsa, it was always about them just trying to protect the lead. Sitting back, looking to hit on the counter. Have done really well so far to hang on to that lead. Referee Taufik Tana has decided that he's not quite seen enough just yet, playing on a little bit more. This definitely will be the final opportunity for the Jaguars. Nishiguchi in a bit of space. Oh, it's straight down the middle though, into the arms of Ricky Kimura. They've just missed that finishing touch in a crucial moment. Sharin with space to push forward into Luis Jr. Gets it onto his left foot here. It's a delightful ball into Ryo Nishiguchi. And I think he'll know himself that he needed to do much better in that situation. It's a bit of nonsense going on here between Rishuto and Zuzul. Referee getting in the way. Rishuto just wants to get on with it. And they push forward here. Well, Marko Kraljevic is going crazy on the touchline there, wondering why the final whistle hasn't gone. Amri. An important clearance by Bruncevic, but it comes back out to Khairul Amri. Skips past Ahmad Shahir with ease. On the cutback, out to Rajaidi. And that's it now. That definitely is it. Frustrating defeat for Tanjong Pagar United. Without a win now, 9 games against Balestier. It's the home side that pick up their 4th victory of the season. Balestier Khalsa move up to 16 points, taking 6th position in the SPL. That puts them 6 behind Tampines Rovers, sitting in 4th at the moment. The Stags looking on, breathing a sigh of relief that the Jaguars weren't able to capitalize on their lackluster form and really close the gap and put the pressure on them in that AFC Cup spot. And the Tigers will be absolutely delighted with this. Not in the best sorts of form coming into this overall. But they've been able to come away with a huge 3 points here. That creates a bit of daylight as well between themselves and the Young Lions at the bottom of the SPL table. And just an update for you, Lion City Sailors have gone into a 3-1 lead over the Young Lions. Gabriel Kwak adding the 3rd for the Lion City Sailors. So they'll be picking up 3 points in that one as well, going up 38 points. That's confirmation of the full-time score. Let's have a look then at the highlights from this game at the Toa Payoh Stadium. Started off brightly. We had a Hoshino opportunity 35 seconds in, and then we had a shot from range from Ho Ai Lun, just as it was punched out by Zafan under pressure there. Difficult one to really get on target. But Ho Ai Lun was very lively for Balestier down that left-hand side, and again he delivered into the box. Just as it came back out into Gareth Lowe, took a couple of deflections on its way through into Sime Zuzul. Unfortunately for him, couldn't find the back of the net. He would have backed him, man, in his sort of form in that situation, to hit the target there. But he made up for that big time. Good, strong centre-forward play here by Sime Zuzul. Shoulder to shoulder, shrugging off the challenge of Shaki Hamza and then setting up Hazwan Halim. Wonderful first touch, good technique at pace. But number 7 to get his 3rd goal of the season. And the opening goal, and what turned out to be the only goal of this match. Good composed finish in the end by Hazwan Halim, Singapore international. Flicked on into the second half we go by Hoshino into the path of Sime Zuzul, who did really well to carve out an opening for a shot. That one just coming back off the post. It was a big threat in those forward positions all night, Sime Zozul, with his physicality, with his work rate and his pace, quick feet in key areas as well. And here he is looking to set up another opportunity for Hazwan. Comes out back into Sime Zozul. It's a big, strong left arm from Zafan to keep it at just 1-0. And then Tanjong Pagar United chasing the game late on. Had a couple of opportunities here. Firstly from Rio Nishiguchi after that long pass is played in behind by Shakir Hamza. Couldn't really test Ricky Kimura. And then late on here, Luis Jr. This was the big one. Rio Nishiguchi in acres of space. And when you see him in that position, you back him to find the back of the net. It wasn't able to. So it ends here 1-0 to Balestier Khalsa. Plenty of shots, 13 shots, 19 shots. 8 on target to Tanjong Pagar United, 4 on target to Balestier Khalsa. A lot of them though straight down the middle, a lot of them comfortable saves for the goalkeepers. Not really too many clear-cut opportunities for either of those two teams. And here's just a reminder of the results from match day 18. Albrechts Niigata with a thumping 5-0 win over Geylang International. Hougang United with that 7-3 win over Tampines Rovers. What an incredible season it's been for Hougang United, who have secured their place in the AFC Cup for next season, by the way. And then we have the Lion City Sailors going up to 38 points, closing that gap between themselves and Albrechts Niigata to just 5 points with a game in hand at the top of the SPL table after that 3-1 win over the Young Lions. And then, of course, the result here from Balestier Khalsa, moving them up to 6th position, on to 16 points there, displacing Geylang International on goal difference. The Young Lions stay rooted to the bottom of the SPL table. The title race very much on there. Have a look at the top two. Albrechts Niigata, Lion City Sailors. Albrechts have a nice 5-point cushion at the moment, but the Sailors have a game in hand. Absolutely fascinating last few weeks of the season that we're going to have in the Singapore Premier League. Here's a look at some of the fixtures that are coming your way, and a massive one, a huge one on the 17th of September at 7:45 p.m. The Lion City Sailors against Albrechts Niigata. Tampines Rovers against Young Lions as well. We've also got Geylang International against Balestier Khalsa, and the Lion City Sailors back in action against Tampines Rovers on the 21st of September. Lots of high quality, high stakes football coming up in the Singapore Premier League. Thank you for joining us at the Toa Payoh Stadium. It ends 1-0 to Balestier Khalsa. Hazwan Halim with the match-winning goal. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.